Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Shootin' Shit TV. I am Adam, your host. I was recently searching for a video on how to break down my Resilient RS9 9mm suppressor, and I couldn't really find a good video online on how to do it. So my frustration is leading me to make a quick video to show you guys how to take it apart and put it back together. There's a lot of misleading information, and hopefully I can clarify how to take this apart and everything, how to put it back together, and we'll do that today. So I can't remember, but I believe the suppressor came with this little tool. This is my second one. I had Resilient send me another one. Because these are aluminum, this end cap here, they're kind of hard to get off. So because aluminum is a softer metal than steel, so when they get gummed up and cold, it is very hard to unscrew. So what I would suggest you doing is putting a little bit of a lubricant. I always just put a little bit of ballistol or whatever on there. So you take the end cap off there. Oop, and you can see, since I recently just cleaned it, the baffle stack comes out from the front. So we'll look at that in a second. Now, you're going to want to take off, especially after just getting it and it being new and everything. Baffles might not slide out as nicely as that. These are ultra clean. So you're going to want to take your hub mount off. And now you got just the sleeve. I recently cleaned this, so this aluminum tube is very, very clean. But that's the basic breakdown right there. You got your four main pieces, if you're including the baffle stack as one piece, but you also have your baffle stack here, and there are orientation tabs that you have to make sure you have them in the right order. And what I mean by that is you're going to want the first three small, and you can see that they're smaller by looking at the edge here. There's three small ones. You stack those together. Then you have 1, 2, 3. I would call those medium size ones that you stack on top of the small ones. And then you take this larger one and put that on top. And then you have these finned ones here, and that's 2. They go together like that. This is super clean, and if you do have a Resilient suppressor RS9, you will notice that your baffles are a different color than mine. I am lazy, and I'm not going to sit there and scrub these baffles with all that really hard caked on carbon. So what I use is CLR, and that's the stuff that I use to clean the baffles. I let it soak in like a pan like that and let it soak overnight. Unfortunately, what ends up happening is that color that you have on a new RS9 is going to kind of be more bronze colored. Once you soak it in CLR, it removes that color. Not a huge deal. I kind of like how they look now, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's some sort of, you could kind of see it there, some of it left over. If you download a picture, you'll see the difference, but not a huge deal. If you're going to soak these in CLR, just expect that to happen. One word of advice: if you're going to use CLR, do not use it with aluminum. Or if you want, let's say this was made out of steel and it's colored like this, it's black, any kind of painted metal is going to eat away at the color. It will remove the color. Anyway, just to let you know, if you're trying to figure out why my baffles are nice shiny stainless steel like that, it's because of the CLR. That happens as a byproduct, and to be honest with you, I don't care. I'm really happy that I found a way to easily clean baffles. Please do your research. Don't take my advice. Again, that this is a method I use. So I'll show you exactly how the baffles go. So again, there is, we'll put them in order here. 1, 2, 3 small ones. And then you have 1, these are the medium size, 2, 3 mediums, and then you have 1 really large one, and then you have 2 of these guys. These are the finned ones. Those are the ones that face toward the rifle. All right, so that is a total of 9 baffles, not 10 like Google is telling you. So what you want to do is you want to take the 2 finned ones, like so, put those together. So you're going to want to take the three smaller ones and stack them, and make sure you have those indexing notches lined up and put together correctly. And then you want to take the 3 medium-sized ones, and you want to put those all together. Of course, I'm having a hard time. Here we go. Put those together. So now that you have the medium and the small together, what you could do is just stack the medium on top of the small, like so. The medium on top. Then you put the big one right on top of the medium. Then you take these 2 here, put them together like that. They're both the same. And then you could take the finned ones, put it on like that, and there's your baffle stack, just like that. Now study that. Again, it's the 3 small ones, 3 medium ones, the large one, and then the finned ones. So 9 baffles altogether. Then what you want to do is you take your tube, and you can basically take it, tip it upside down like so, and then slide it in like that. I like to put my finger in it like this, and this way you could see them like that right inside the tube there. The fins stop on that little shelf in there, where there's a transition between the steel part here, which is, I believe, the serialized part. That's the replaceable part. So if there's ever a warranty issue with the actual tube, this can be easily replaced under warranty, or replaced by the factory if not under warranty. But you know, they can help you out, because that's where the serial number is located. So there's that. We have the baffles inside, just like that. Again, the fins on the shelf. Then all you want to do is take your end cap next, and you're going to want to just screw it on. So you want to just put that on hand tight, and then you want to take your hub mount, whatever you want. I can't even remember which one this is. Yeah, I don't remember, but that doesn't really matter. That's not the point of the video. You can put the one that comes with it, or you could just use whatever one that you want for your setup. So screw on that hub mount. I like taking a larger wrench and tightening it down the best you can. Wouldn't go too crazy. And then the same thing with the front cap. Just use your tool, your handy tool, push it on there. Wish they made one of these out of metal, because these little ears, you can see the little ears getting gummed up pretty good. Very straightforward video, guys. Wanted to show you how to take apart a Resilient RS9, and I hope you found that informative and helpful, and I hope people can go to this video and, you know, easily see how to do this. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of Shootin' Shit TV. I am Adam, your host, signing off.